Now, before we start, I would like to call on stage our judges. Our first judge is the partner of Inflection Ventures. Please welcome on stage Mr. Tanvir Ali. Our second judge is the founder and managing director of Shahoj. Please welcome Ms. Maliha Kadir. Our third judge is the managing director and CEO of IPDC. Please welcome on stage Mr. Mominul Islam. Last but not least, our fourth judge is the managing director for Microsoft Bangladesh, Myanmar, Nepal, Bhutan, and Laos. Please welcome on stage Ms. Sonia Bashir Kabir. And now I would like to call on stage the chair of tonight's event. Please welcome on stage Mr. Shamim Hassan, chairperson of eGeneration and general partner of Phenox Venture Capital. Before we actually start tonight's competition, I would like to call on stage Ms. Linda Germanis, Private Sector Engagement Specialist of UNDP, to talk about Sustainable Development Goals.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm extremely excited as UNDP to be at this event for two reasons. Number one, it's the first time that Startup World Cup is happening in Bangladesh. And number two, it's the first time that UNDP is partnering with Phenox and eGeneration for Startup World Cup. And we really want all of the stakeholders to internalize them, to make better decisions, and mainly to come together, private sector, public sector, and development partners, to create a better enabling environment for startups in Bangladesh. Because ultimately, the products and services we'll hear about today are nothing else than creating better access to a better life for all the people in Bangladesh. Thank you.
Okay then, let's start tonight's competition. But before I start, I just want to give out a general guideline of what's going to happen tonight. Each company gets 3 minutes for their pitch. And right after they're done, you're going to hear a buzzer, and then we're going to have the judges here who will be asking them questions. All right? Then let's start. Please welcome on stage Jantrik.
Hello everyone. Imagine your car is broken on a highway and there is no help around. What would you do? Jantrik is solving these problems by offering convenience through home service, quality by setting standard and service and price, and assurance by giving roadside assistance countrywide. Our ultimate goal is to build a structured automotive ecosystem so that people can get all automotive needs from a single system. We basically started 1 year ago, and we have onboarded 13,000 customers and 1,500 garages to build a nationwide network. We have signed partnerships with Uber, big corporates, telecoms, insurance companies, and banks, and many more. Recently, we had an exponential 300% sales growth in March, and maintaining the same growth, we're expecting to sell $200,000 this month. Right now, we have 3.5 million vehicles in our country with a $6 billion market size. Growing at 20% per year, it would reach $12 billion in next 5 years. And we are targeting 25% market share by this time. We have a clear future plan to disrupt the industry in more innovative ways. And we believe with this system, we can expand in other countries and go global from Bangladesh. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you, Jantrik. Now we're going to have 2 questions from our judges panel asking you a question.
Is that the quality of your service vis-a-vis the market?
So what we do is we're running an accelerator program for the workshops. They have to graduate our accelerator program to be able to work with us. And that program ensures that they follow our quality assurance guidelines strictly. This is number 1. Number 2 is we come in the very first place while assessing our work. So our in-house team does an assessment of the work that has to be done, and they have a strict guideline that the workshop has to follow. So this is how we are ensuring quality.
All right. Thank you very much, Jantrik.
Thank you very much.
So for our next contestant, this name is derived from the personification of the sun in Roman times, Sol. Welcome, Soulshare, the company that has created a revolutionary new approach to bring affordable car service. Solar electricity, my bad. Please welcome SoulShare.
SoulShare provides a market-creating innovation. And the market we are creating is nothing short of the future of energy utilities globally. The problem is energy poverty. But let me put this differently. Who is going to win over the next billion customers, their aspirations, and data? So what about this energy poverty? The most important things are these two numbers. That's the average rent-out price for light, and that's also the average rent-out price for a mobile phone. And you're seeing right. This is a 100x penalty. We here in Dhaka pay about $10 for electricity. People there pay up to $10, 100x, and we are the rich ones. Good news. Bangladesh is a world record holder. 5 million solar home systems. I'm originally from Germany. We have half that amount. Most of you might have known that. But what very few people know is that number, 3 million US dollars. That is the amount of excess energy of those 5 million solar home systems produced daily. That's the opportunity.
SoulShare is a platform to tap into money as like a Shohos for the energy world. A platform where solar home system users and non-users can exchange electricity, and through they can save money, they gain flexibility, and they can generate more income. We can show you what is the power of interconnectivity into our all grids and little bit outside into the stall. All the heavier appliances are running there. So this is the Soulbox, is an IoT device which can communicate with all other households. So what is the race for the future of energy really about? It's only about finding the most efficient way to move power between houses, and we are doing exactly that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, SoulShare. Now we'll have the judges asking you questions.
Excellent idea, wonderful pitch. I just wanted to understand your unit economics better. So you're focusing on both households and industrial, right? If it is households, how much will it cost? Like, what is the advantage I can get as an user in saving my electricity bill, in simple terms?
I'll try to cover and you complement me. So we're targeted at households in remote areas who don't have access to the national grid. And you saw the numbers. 100x penalty is no joke. So the Soulbox is designed for extreme affordability, which means when I install a Soulbox, I can suddenly, with my solar home system, sell that electricity. And the beauty of it, let's say it's 3 p.m., my battery is full, the solar panel is still running. That money is pure profit, and it goes directly into my phone because we're interconnected with all major mobile money wallets here. So I go to the market and buy my rice with the money my panel just generated me.
Thank you very much. That was beautiful. Do you ever become bored of your monotonous training courses and classes? Please welcome on stage Repto.
Hello everyone, my name is Ishtiaq Sial. I'm CEO and founder of Repto. So what is Repto? Repto is a facilitator of job market through connecting knowledge provider with knowledge seekers with e-learning. So SDG and government's agenda is to increase literacy. And with that, job competition is increasing and unemployment is increasing because of lack of skill capacity. Today, a total of 2.6 million graduates are unemployed in our country. On the other hand, there are 2.1 million people entering into job market every year, and we have around 600,000 active freelancers. In total, there are 7 to 8 million people every year who need immediate skill development training to sustain today's job market. And it's a couple of billion-dollar industry right now. The only solution to this problem is connecting one knowledge provider with thousands or million knowledge seekers through e-learning. And with this idea, Repto started its first journey to validate the market. After providing 100,000 students professional training, and after creating 4,500 plus professional contents by 400 plus remote instructors, we know what is the market, who pay for the courses, why they pay them, and for what they pay. So the market is there, and it's validated. And Raptor's solution is desired, viable, and feasible. So while doing so, Raptor also realized there is a bigger gap in the market. And gradually, Raptor created a superpower, an ecosystem by which Raptor became an end-to-end solution for a career development platform. So as I'm saying, the Raptor is most easily scalable and replicable in the similar industry or global in the market because information and knowledge is people's right. And they have the decision to choose what they want to learn and what they want to be by developing their skills.
Thank you. Judges?
Thank you, Raptor. Very good presentation. Of course, there is a huge demand of your service in the market. But my point is, these days we see many like you are coming to the market. And everybody want to create an impact, and as there is demand. But how do you really different yourself from the competition? What is the edge?
We have created a complete ecosystem by which a student come to us, we provide them, we analyze their skills, we provide them a career guideline, then we suggest them courses. After learning those courses, we track all of their skill learnings. So our technology can exactly track feature by feature of a skill. For example, someone take Excel course from our platform, we can exactly tell whether the user can create a pivot table or not. Then we create a digital skill profile of their student, and we connect these profiles with employers who wants to recruit. So other than recruiting from thousands of CVs, they can actually recruit from certified and trained resources. Then also for career advancement, we have a Raptor for Professional series by which user can choose what he wants to be or what his goal, then he can advance his career. So we actually provide a complete end-to-end career development platform, not just a course e-commerce.
So my question is around content. So who develops all the content for the courses or for whatever you're selling?
Basically, we are a marketplace or aggregator of skill providers or knowledge providers. Someone who is passionate about teaching and someone who has a skill at least 3 years doing the practical work, we connect with them or they connect with us, and then we help them to create the online content through our very robust and rigid content standards or criteria.
We'll wrap up this one, and let us welcome our honorable chief guest, Mr. Mustafa Jabbar. Sir, can you please come to the stage?
So for our fourth contestant, they're saving us from all the carbon emission. Please welcome on stage Joe Bike.
Hi. In 2017, almost 124,000 people died because of air pollution in Bangladesh. And you know the traffic condition in Dhaka is too high. And we do not have any short mode of transportation solution in Dhaka, not even in other part of Bangladesh. The traffic congestion in Dhaka, like killing almost 5 million hours daily, which is almost $1.6 billion cost per year. So here we come with the solution. The solution is the bicycle itself. It's called Joe Bike. And this is totally eco-friendly and green mode of transportation solution first in Bangladesh. And you can have very short distance travel with this bicycle. So we have very good achievement. Last 7 months, we have achieved 2,000 rides per day, which is very much active users. We have 80K users total in number. We are having revenue which is $1.75 per day per bicycle. And the monthly growth that we have, if you see from December till today, which is 68% in terms of user growth, and the riders growth, which is bigger than the user growth, which is 85%. In terms of revenue, we are having 54% revenue growth from December till today. The milestone, we achieved $500,000 investment, and we have now iOS and Android version of application. We have 80K users, and we are having 11K revenue per month. And the users is the main business model here. It's just 1 taka per minute. This is how we are having the users. And the addressable market is very high, which is $41 million per month.
Thank you very much, Joe Bike. That was a beautiful presentation. Can we please have a round of applause for Joe Bike? Judges?
Yeah, so how do you scale this business without having to spend millions of dollars on acquiring the bikes?
We are now buying bicycle from China, which is very much expensive. We have import, tax, 92% tax, so which is very big number, okay? That is why we are thinking to produce our own type of bicycle here in Bangladesh. So, we can scale more, and also we can have the break-even earlier than we have now.
Thank you so much, Joe Bike. Can we please have a round of applause for Joe Bike?
Thank you.
Our next contestant. Did your housemate call in sick today? No worries. Say hello to Hello Task.
99% of customers and the domestic workers in our country are not satisfied with each other for the same reason. And the reason is the maids are not skilled, professional, or trustworthy, which is why the only solution we have right now, the compromisation. But the story doesn't end here. Over the period of time of last few years, 7 lakh of women have left country as a domestic worker, and 36% of them got back home being tortured or raped or deceived. So it's a huge crisis in our country, but if we could provide them adequate training and better employment facility in our country, this problem could easily be solved. All we had to do is taking over the traditional maid service with technology, and that's what HelloTask is doing right now. We have built an application that connects skilled and verified domestic workers with customers. That's the ultimate solution for the household. So it's a very simple business model of revenue sharing with the freelance domestic workers. And we have this Shimu Begum on our platform, who has been a domestic worker since 2013 with an income of monthly $9 only. But after joining HelloTask, now she earns $285. Even after cutting 25% of her revenue, what she still earns is twice of her previous income. So we have 500 of domestic workers who are freelance on our platform, 15,000 of job we have done so far, 13,000 of registered customers, and we have earned a revenue of $50,000 with 14% monthly growth. But the biggest achievement was 0 bad incident, no complaint of harassment, no complaint of theft ever. So this was possible because we could create a verification system. We are the only maid providing company in this country does on our platform. So this is the biggest platform in 5 years. I hope that will be. Thank you.
Thank you, HelloTask. Okay, now we're going to have some questions from the judges.
So I'm just trying to understand the competitive landscape. So you've listed some of your competitors like Sheva, and or what do you do to protect yourself? If they want to enter this space and they want to focus on maids, in a very specialized way.
That's a good question. Some think we are like Sheva, but nobody is providing maid service. We are the only maid providing company in this country. So what they serve is only cleaner. They send the cleaners with some equipment, but we send a traditional domestic worker. That is housemaid, actually. That's the difference between Sheva or Handyman or something like that.
Thank you. Can we have a round of applause for HelloTask? Want to know the mama who'll solve all your dying needs for instant handyman help? Just call Handy Mama. Can we please have on stage Handy Mama?
We started revolutionizing maintenance services industry in Bangladesh by creating 3,000 employments and serving more than 50,000 households. My name is Shaparan. I'm the founder and CEO of Handy Mama. Before Handy Mama, finding a skilled and professional handyman instantly at the right time, at the right budget, was very difficult, time-consuming, and a daunting task. And besides, those handymans were not instantly accessible, they're not reliable and safe, and most important thing is they do not follow any standard of service, quality of service, and pricing. And that's where we built a solution, and we call it Handy Mama. Handy Mama is a platform. It connects you with verified and experienced service professionals, with households and businesses from your nearest locations based on their availability and ratings. And if I talk about the market potential, it's already huge. The demand is there. So if we only consider Dhaka city, we have 20 million people, where we have 2.3 million households. And our surveys and market data says that every single day we have over 100,000 paid service transactions, and that is more than a $5 billion market. And if I talk about the competition market, actually, we have Sheba in the segment, which are affordable and online, but we are only focused on maintenance services apart from foods and other, a lot of other services. We are very focused on the most profitable, service segments, so that we can be self-sustainable very soon.
So judges.
Wonderful pitch. The expansion into Africa, is that anytime soon? If it is, wouldn't you rather focus on Bangladesh market? Because it's a very complex business with a lot of services.
Yes. So basically, currently we're serving only in Dhaka, and we want to expand countrywide. But recently we're having conversation with a partner who are existing in Africa and some other parts of the Asian country. So we're trying to expand our product as a franchisee in different countries. So hopefully by 2021, we'll be able to expand in including Africa and other Asian countries.
So this part of the 2 million funding you are seeking will go towards expansion into Africa?
With that 2 million funding, we'll be able to build a globally scalable product. Okay. So that's the focus.
In this business, repeat customer is very important, right?
Yes.
So, and the way to do that is provide very good service. How do you ensure very good service for the multiple services that you are offering?
First of all, we have to have a very qualityful supply side. So we make sure that all of our supply side are well trained, they follow our quality guideline. That's the two strategy that we maintain, that they provide good services.
Well, for our next contestant, are you worried about your office needs? Here are the people to help you with those. Please welcome on stage GemsClip.
Today, I'm here to talk about GemsClip.com. What is GemsClip? Let's look at what GemsClip does. To save every organization from the struggles of everyday procurement and the risks involved, we offer an innovative solution, a B2B e-commerce platform where you can order anything your company or office wants online. So this is what we do. And what is the problem that traditional procurement has? There are 100+ items my procurement team needs to provide. Is anyone stealing from us? Is there any pilferage? Management's worried about how come this is so expensive? Is there anyone stealing from me? And is the order on time? These are the procurement difficulties that all procurement teams all over the world face. And to solve that, we have GemsClip.com. So here's our mission. We don't just sell a product. We don't sell stationaries. We sell a hassle-free, cost-efficient, and totally transparent procurement as a service. And these are our target markets: corporate enterprises, educational institutions and financial institutions, healthcare facilities, pharmaceuticals, government and military organizations, and everyone else who has an institution on their own. Our sales channel is an online platform and a key dedicated account manager to provide the personal touch in our service. And what we do to differentiate ourselves is suppliers. We create partnerships, B2B distribution partnerships with our suppliers or manufacturers, large FMCG product manufacturers.
Judges.
How do you compete with the traditional suppliers? Because you are not producing anything.
So what usually manufacturers or suppliers, importers do is that they sell their product to a distributor who then sells it to the retail, and then the retail sells it to the companies and corporations. So what we are trying to establish with our manufacturers and suppliers is that we are the B2B distributor. So there's one less hand that is involved, or the product has to go through. It comes from the manufacturers or suppliers directly to us, and then to the customers themselves. So that is how make sure that our profit margin or the efficiency or the cost effectiveness is maintained. And we can provide the product at a cost effective price for the procurement department.
Audience থেকে any question?
Assalamu alaikum. I think it's a fantastic proposition. There are companies in Bangladesh who are providing similar service, right? Yeah. So how do you separate yourself, differentiate yourself from your competitor?
Most of the companies who are providing this service are e-commerce platforms. They sell their product. Whatever product they have in their system or in their stock or inventory, those are the products they sell. Whatever product you see in the website, that is what they sell, usually, most of them. But what we do is we provide procurement as a service. So which means that if you tell me to procure customized items for you, if you tell me to produce this stage for you, we will contact vendors and we'll go the extra mile to make sure that the customer gets what they want. So you can offload your whole procurement burden onto us. And that is how we differentiate ourselves from normal e-commerce platform where there's product available, you can just click and buy.
Thank you very much, GemsClip. Can we have a big round of applause for GemsClip? Peering deep into the AI and analytics, the company that is bringing computer vision into our lives, presenting to you Gaze Technologies.
Hi everyone, my name is Mutafin, I'm from Gaze, and we're building AI-powered intelligent video analytics ecosystem for CCTV cameras. So currently, there are 21,000 CCTV cameras operating only in Dhaka city. And they're producing 1.2 million minutes of video data, unstructured. There is no efficient way to monitor or analyze or getting insights from this data. So this is a huge problem. When something happens, we go back to video footages and check, but we can't take any actions instant. So to solve this problem, we have introduced and built a deep learning-powered software platform that can provide intelligent video analytics to any CCTV cameras. We are operational in Bangladesh for 8 months. We have grown from $0 to $18,000 recurring revenue per month. And we have a team of expertise and who worked for NVIDIA, AICD, and we're raising $200,000 for pre-seed, and we're excited about the future, and we hope to bring AI for everyone. We're on a mission to avail AI for everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gaze. All right, judges.
Excellent concept. I guess today you don't have any competition in the market, right?
Right.
Since it is such a tech-heavy solution,
right.
And I can appreciate the difficulty of building AI and machine learning here, right. Who would be your competition from the global market? Today you don't have any, but there could be somebody, international player coming in. Who would that be? And if you could talk about how you would compete against them, that would be great.
All right. So we don't have any competitors right now, but we have few Indian competitors that started working in Bangladesh. We actually replaced one of their clients, that is Meghna Group of Industries.
আমাদের আইসিটি এবং টেলিকম মিনিস্ট্রি জব্বর ভাইয়ের নির্দেশে আর্টিফিশিয়াল ইন্টেলিজেন্স স্ট্র্যাটেজি তৈরি করছে। সো লোকাল বাংলাদেশি কোম্পানি হিসেবে তুমি সেখানে কি ধরনের পলিসি চাও যাতে fairly তুমি গ্লোবাল কোম্পানির সাথে কম্পিট করতে পারো বাংলাদেশ মার্কেটে?
The amount of data we're dealing with is very highly sensitive. Let's say for Dhaka Metropolitan Police, we are dealing with their cameras. There are 1,500 cameras and if a local company, if we operate, this data stays in Bangladesh. But let's say if a Chinese company or a US company or a other country's company, they come here and deal with this data, that is a highly sensitive issue for Bangladesh for security and data privacy. So probably our government should look into these companies and recent incidents about Huawei and others. So probably that can help if global companies they have some sort of regulations in Bangladesh.
All right. A big round of applause for Gaze Technologies. Thank you. Do you ever feel like you have the urge to watch local content and you're bored of Netflix? Our next contestant can help you with that. Please welcome on stage Bongo.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ahad. I'm the CEO and founder of Bongo. And I want to revolutionize the Bangladeshi media industry by creating access to information and content for everybody in this country. Sounds easy, right? But what's the problem? The problem is it's difficult for most people in this country to access content due to limited infrastructure and poor data connectivity, as well as high costs and the challenges to deliver the content to the end user. So what is Bongo? Bongo is a video streaming platform that enables internet-connected devices and consumers in the bottom billion, the low-end users, to easily and affordably access high-quality and local content. Our platform is cross-device, and we're specifically made to target the low-end devices. Just quickly to summarize our company, we're the first and largest streaming platform in Bangladesh. We have offices in 5 countries at the moment. We've partnered with 15 telecom operators in 9 countries. We have 9 million users across our web and app, in addition to another 39 million on our YouTube network. And we have the largest content library of Bangladeshi content in the world, in addition to library with content in Nepali, Sinhalese, and a few other languages as well. We're basically targeting the South Asian markets. Our business model is split into 3 verticals: advertising, subscriptions, and platform licensing. It's roughly a third each. Our user growth also grew more than 5 times last year. We have quite a diversified team. We have management from 4 different countries. Our CTO is based in San Fran at the moment, and our new CFO is the ex-managing director of Walmart Asia. We've raised $5 million to date. We're planning to raise another $10 million this year, and the main investment is for content and to ramp up our technology team and build out the infrastructure. Thank you.
Thank you, Bongo. Judges, do you have any questions?
Thank you, Bongo. Impressive journey so far. So my question is, how do you really compete with the global giants like iFlix, Netflix, Amazon Prime in the longer term?
So what we've seen is that there's 2 different markets. One is the international content platforms like Netflix, iFlix, YouTube. We're targeting the local market. And there's no other player in the local market, especially not only on the platform side, but we're doing a combination of content and platform. So we've aggregated all the content in the local market. Now we've learned, we've studied the analytics, we've studied the user behavior. We know what the users are watching, what they're consuming, what they like. And now we're producing content based on that analytics and that data to deliver exactly what they want. And that's proven to be very cost effective.
So we have a friend from US Embassy. Would you mind asking a question?
So on the cinema chain investment, is that not a distraction to your normal line of business, and why do you think that exposure is beneficial to your business model?
We did it strategically because we wanted to build relationships within the industry, and having the power of distribution allows us to negotiate better deals with the producers. So when I go to a film producer and say, okay, I want the digital rights, or if I go to them and say, so we've tied up with TV stations as well, so if I go to them and say, okay, I want your movies for the next 10 years, but I'm going to take your TV rights, your digital rights, and your offline theatrical rights as well, it gives us a lot more bargaining power. And by doing the bulk deal, we've been able to secure a lot of the relationships exclusively for many years. And we've also seen that the industry and the trends are changing. In addition to aside from the fact that it's not tied to the digital distribution, that as an independent business, a lot of the single screens in the country over the last few years have become digitized, and the smaller screens are shutting down, and it's becoming a lot more urbanized, where the Cineplex is opening up. So we also wanted to take advantage of that because we felt that it was a lot of synergy between what we're doing.
Thank you, Bongo. Can we have a big round of applause? Now welcome your trusted facilitator for home care services and devices. Please welcome on stage Amar Asta.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. I'm eGeneration from Amar Asta. Every year, millions of mothers have to quit their job or can't join the workforce due to raise their children. Sometimes they have to give their kids to maids. This is not good for the kids physically and mentally. There are no special treatment for child at home for special children at home. Again, there are no that much facility at home for senior citizens as well as bedridden patients. So here we are Amar Asta, a technology-enabled home service company who provide trained nanny or babysitter, attendant nurses and therapists at home. The impact is very huge. We create jobs and we empower women from both sides, clients and caregivers. And we have touched around 7 SDGs out of 17 SDGs. So we started only 4 months ago, and we have the revenue of 8 lakhs and commission of 1 lakh. And we have partnership with 2 NGOs, Practical Action Bangladesh and BRAC. Our business model is very simple. We take commissions, and it's around 12.9% from different services. And we are planning to get 458 million annual revenue in 3 years, in 2022. Thank you very much. If you have any questions.
Board Director, eGeneration.
Say I have a child and I want to leave her home, or maybe an elderly person with a caregiver from you. How would I be confident that you've done enough background check and I can have the trust in you so that I can leave the most precious thing of my life with your team member?
Actually, we are different from other companies in this sense because we give 100% commitment, and the way, sir, we check their NID, and we also check if there is any criminal cases against them. And I myself visit their homes and talk with the caregivers' family directly. And we also check the permanent address also. And we have also legal agreement between us, caregiver and clients. And we also tell the client, please have a IP camera at your home so that you can see what she's doing, or you can also tell her, okay, Appa, this is not the right way, you should treat in another way.
Thank you very much. So now, for our next speaker, he doesn't really need an introduction. I'm sure most of you here know him. Please welcome on stage Mr. Shamim Hassan, Chairman of eGeneration, who will be talking to us about making the most of Start Revolution in Bangladesh.
It's a great opportunity for me. So with this platform, we have our honorable chief guest, we have BASIS president, we have our industry leaders, a lot of venture capitalists, a lot of angel investors, and of course, the startup community, all the leading startup in Bangladesh are here. Globally, what's happening with the tech industry? 14% of market cap of the S&P 500 is occupied by 5 tech companies. Another fact, 14 out of 15 largest market cap companies are tech companies. There's another fact that 5 of the top 10 billionaires in the world are tech entrepreneurs. So you can see the growth in companies like Facebook. From 2004 to 2019, someone who invested in Facebook, their investment grew to 101,000 times. Bikash, in just 9 years, whoever invested early in this company, their investment grew to 50 times. You see, Jack Ma, Bill Gates, they have invested in Bangladesh. Both of them has invested in Bikash. Jack Ma has invested in Daraj. And that's the platform we want to give it to you. From eGeneration, from Phoenix Venture Capital, we are proud we have ICT division as a partner for this event, for this platform. সেই জায়গায় আমরা চেঞ্জটা আনতে চাই। আমাদের এই যে প্ল্যাটফর্ম থেকে আমরা বলছি যে বাংলাদেশ ইনোভেশন লেড কাজের নেতৃত্ব দেবে। এই যে আমাদের টপ স্টার্টআপরা আছে এবং তাদেরকে নিয়ে যদি আমাদের সব ইনভেস্টর কমিউনিটিকে আমরা একসাথে করতে পারি, তাহলে আমরা বাংলাদেশকে ইনোভেশন লেড সলিউশন প্রোভাইডার হিসেবে বিশ্বের একটি সেরা দেশ হিসেবে প্রতিষ্ঠিত করতে পারবো।
Up next, we have a very special guest. Please welcome on stage Honorable Minister of Post, Telecommunication and Information Technology, Mr. Mustafa Jabbar, to tell us a little.
আমি অভিনন্দন জানাই, ধন্যবাদ দেই এবং কৃতজ্ঞতা প্রকাশ করি যে বাংলাদেশে প্রথম স্টার্টআপ ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপের এই আয়োজনটি করা হয়েছে। আর আজকে যারা এইখানে বাংলাদেশের পক্ষ হয়ে স্টার্টআপ শব্দটির সাথে সারা দুনিয়াকে পরিচিত করার জন্য উপস্থিত হয়েছেন, আমি বেশ কয়েকটি দেখেছি। আমার কাছে কেন জানি মনে হয়েছে সময়টা খুব কম হয়ে গেছে। 4 মিনিটে কথাবার্তা বলে অন্তত একটা প্রজেক্ট সম্পর্কে কিছু বলা, আমাকে বলে তো আমার ঠ্যাং কাঁপতে কাঁপতেই 4 মিনিট চলে যেত। তারপরেও অত্যন্ত সুন্দরভাবে বিষয়গুলো উপস্থাপিত হয়েছে। সবাইকে অভিনন্দন। যিনি চ্যাম্পিয়ন হবেন তাকে একটু বেশি হলেও বাকি সবার জন্য অভিনন্দন আমার রয়ে গেল। আপনাদের শুভেচ্ছা নিয়ে আমি বিদায় নিচ্ছি। ভালো থাকবেন, সুস্থ থাকবেন। জয় বাংলা, জয় বঙ্গবন্ধু।
Okay then, that wraps up everything we've had planned so far. However, now we have the most important part of tonight's competition. We need to find out who is the champion.
So can we invite all the top 10 startups to the stage? So may I request Mr. S.M. Ashraful Islam, Executive Vice Chairman of eGeneration Group, to announce the second runner-up.
Who is going to be the second runner-up?
No,
Anyone?
no one. Everyone wants to be champion.
I think no one wants to come in the second place. Anyhow, the name is Soul Share.
Congratulations, Soul Share. Congratulations, Sebastian and his two other co-founders. They moved back from Germany to Bangladesh to found this company, and they're doing an excellent job. We're really proud of you. Now the first runner-up. The first runner-up will be announced by Soeda Kamrun Ahmed. Any guess from the audience? Bongo.
So a lot of mind readers among the audience. The first runner-up goes to Bongo.
Congratulations, Ahad. A big round of applause for Bongo and Ahad Bongo Bhai. And now we all have been waiting for this for a very long time. The startups, they have been waiting for this for last 1 month. Now any guess for the winner? Any other guess? Any other guess?
The champion is Repto. Congratulations. Very, very
Hold this, and there is a boarding pass for you to go all the way Silicon Valley and to represent Bangladesh.